Governments love to say they want you financially free. They talk about stability, growth, opportunity. But history shows a harsher pattern. The same financial tools that stabilize a system often concentrate power at the top and quietly squeeze everyone else. You're watching Hidden Money History, where the past leaves receipts. Let's be clear. This isn't about one country, one party, or one decade. These are recurring mechanisms. They get rebranded. They get new slogans. But the incentives stay the same. Trick number 1, inflation, the quiet tax. When a government spends more than it can raise through taxes, it has two choices. Option A, tax people openly. Option B, reduce the value of money quietly. History's favorite option is B. Ancient Rome perfected it. The silver denarius started as a trusted coin across the empire. But as military costs grew and politics got unstable, the silver content was reduced again and again. The coin still looked official. Same stamp, same authority, less real value. And that's the genius of inflation as a tool. It doesn't need a vote. It doesn't need a headline. It just slowly makes your savings buy less. When money weakens, prices rise. Wages chase prices. And most people lose that race. Trick number 2, coercion disguised as duty. In medieval and early modern Europe, kings didn't always raise taxes. Sometimes they simply demanded loans, not voluntary, not negotiable. Powerful subjects were pressured to lend money to the crown. Refuse and you could face punishment, fines, or confiscation. It's a simple idea. When the state needs cash, it can call it a loan. But if you can't say no, it's not a loan. It's extraction. Trick number 3, turn national debt into a permanent wealth pipeline. By the 1600s, governments found a cleaner system. Borrow publicly, then pay interest for decades. One famous milestone is England in 1694. A central institution is created to help manage government borrowing and fund war. Here's what matters. Government bonds become the safe asset. And who buys safe assets? People with capital. Institutions, the already wealthy. Then who funds the interest? Everyone, through taxes, duties, and the cost of living. So the pattern becomes structural. The top lends, the bottom pays. It doesn't look like a transfer. It looks like finance. But the direction is consistent. Interest flows upward. Trick number 4, make crises a one-way door. When markets are booming, profits are private. When markets crash, losses become public. You saw this logic in the modern era during major financial crises. Institutions that took extreme risks were rescued because leaders feared collapse, and the public was told, this isn't for them, this is to save the system. But the system often means banks, asset markets, bond markets, and the infrastructure that protects the largest players first. When rescue arrives, it rarely shows up as cash in ordinary pockets. It shows up as stability for balance sheets. And over time, people learn a brutal lesson. In a crisis, the rules change, and they usually change in favor of whoever is closest to the money spigot. Trick number 5, create money, but route the benefits upward. This is where modern policy gets sophisticated. Central banks can buy financial assets, especially government bonds, to push down interest rates and support markets. This is often called quantitative easing. It's explained as a technical tool. But the lived outcome is simple. Asset prices rise, stocks rise, bonds rise, real estate rises. And who owns most of those assets? People who already have assets. If you don't own much, you don't feel the upside, but you do feel the side effects. Higher house prices, higher rent, and a world where saving safely becomes harder because the safe returns are pushed down. Trick number 6, stealth taxation through complexity. Most people can't track where money really moves. Budgets are massive, programs are layered, tax codes are dense, and complexity becomes camouflage. When you can't see the transfer, you can't fight the transfer. In ancient Rome, debasement was visible in your hand. Today, it's hidden in acronyms and balance sheets. Trick number 7, regulation that protects the referee. Regulation can protect people. But history also shows a darker version. Powerful industries influencing the rules meant to restrain them. The public sees consumer protection. Insiders see moats, loopholes, and barriers to competition. And the end result looks like this. Smaller players struggle. Large players consolidate. And ordinary workers get trapped in a system with fewer real choices. Now step back and notice the pattern. Every trick relies on perception. Inflation is called growth. Debt is called investment. Bailouts are called stability. Money creation is called support. Cuts are called reform. Different language, same direction. So here's the real message of this episode. Most financial pain isn't accidental. It's the predictable outcome of incentives built into the way modern states finance themselves. And that doesn't mean you're powerless, but it does mean you need clarity. So what can you actually do? 1. Learn the mechanisms. If you understand inflation, debt, and asset cycles, you stop being surprised. 2. Build skills that earn across environments. Money systems wobble. Useful skills stay valuable. 3. Protect your flexibility. High-interest debt removes your options. Emergency reserves create options. 4. Don't confuse numbers going up with getting ahead. If your costs rise faster than your income, you're moving backward, even if your paycheck is bigger. Now, I want a real answer in the comments. Which trick do you think hits ordinary people the hardest? Inflation, debt, bailouts, or money creation? And if you want more episodes that expose the patterns behind the headlines, subscribe to Hidden Money History, because history doesn't repeat, but it does recycle. And the receipts are everywhere.